Just don't bump into it, and then we can still have the ashtray in the middle. Know what I mean? You know what I mean, Vern?
I gotcha.
All right. What? What? What'd you do?
Nothing?
You knocked his fucking hand out.
I fixed it.
Hello, welcome to Jay and Mark, episode number 17.
Yep.
I'm
Mark. Gotcha.
I am Mark, and this is Jay. I missed that. It's been a while, though, since we've done an episode. We've been kind of busy lately.
Yeah.
That and
A lot of shit going on.
yeah, but into the last episode had good old Jeffy Hughes on it, and he just won his fight the other night. He is now number one.
I won
Number one
a
in
lot
the
of money
state,
on
I
that.
believe. What was that?
Said I won a lot of money off of that.
Did you really?
Nope.
Oh, why would you bet against him? Or no, you bet for him though. Okay.
Yeah, I would have bet for him.
Anyway, but he won, yeah, and he's still
Good job,
undefeated.
Jeffy. Woo woo.
Yeah, congrats, dude. Making us proud. But yeah, that's one of our most successful episodes. The Dad episode is our most successful one, but I think it's because Dad shared it like 27 times or something. Like that.
Yeah.
But I mean, thanks, Dad. We appreciate it. You got us out there. I mean, I'm not complaining. I'm just saying.
Right.
Dad put the work in. But thanks for the support, everyone, and new watchers who we may have acquired. But guess we'll get right into it. I got some like movie, TV show, like casting news, and just some entertainment news. If you're ready
Okay.
for
I'm ready for that.
that. You watch Game of Thrones, right?
Yes. I'm excited that it's starting, but I'm pissed off because Jen's about to cancel our HBO.
Oh,
Yeah. So I'm going to need to figure out another way to watch it.
well, hell.
Anyway,
I guess I
go ahead.
could probably provide you with that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can help you out there. I have my ways.
Yeah. I spent
Oh.
all that time binge watching that show to catch up on last season. And now she's getting rid of our HBO.
Well, it comes back April 24th, so you got a little bit of time, but that's also Dougie's birthday. From,
Happy birthday, Dougie.
yeah, well, not yet, but happy birthday, Dougie.
Happy birthday, Dougie.
But Loras Tyrell, Sir Loras Tyrell, you know who that is?
Yes.
He is the brother of Marjorie Tyrell, the queen who married Joffrey, then Joffrey died, spoiler alert, and then married his younger brother who was the king. That bitch just wants to be the queen.
She is so hot, though.
She is. She's one of the best looking girls
She's
on the
super
show.
hot. Have they
Not-
shown her naked yet?
Many times. I'm pretty sure the
Can't
first
remember.
episode you saw her in, she saw her naked. Anyway, the guy who plays her brother, Loras Tyrell, he was cast as Marvel's Iron Fist for the Iron Fist TV show. And we have a photo of the two.
What?
There's him as Finn Jones is his name. He played Sir
That
Loras
does not
Tyrell.
look like him at all.
Well, people are kind of
That's a cartoon.
people are a little upset because they were, I don't know, but Danny Rand, which is the secret identity of Iron Fist, he's a Buddhist monk martial arts superhero. People aren't convinced he'll do the part justice because most people, I think, wanted him to be Asian. Obviously,
monk.
a Buddhist monk
Is he gonna
martial
shave
arts.
all that hair off?
I don't know. I have no idea, dude.
Hmm.
But like, I mean, he seems to fit the bill. He doesn't. He looks somewhat exotic. You know what I mean? Like, maybe it's just a face he's making right there, but
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But a lot of people aren't too happy about it, which is understandable. He was cast as Iron Fist, Marvel's Netflix original show, which Netflix is kicking ass when it comes to making their own original content. So I mean, it's got to be at least all right, I would think. But I mean, there's always room for failure too, I suppose. But
Speaking of Netflix, real quick, the Fuller House turned out a lot better than what I was expecting.
Yeah, a lot of people are hating on it, but I think they expected too much from it.
Right.
Like Full House wasn't great. You know what I mean?
Right. It was very cheesy originally,
But
and I think it's very cheesy now.
I watched the
But
whole
it-
thing and I enjoyed it. It was very nostalgic. It brought me back to my childhood
Exactly.
and shit. Like,
yeah, and
it was
that's-
fun.
And that's what I'm getting.
It was cool seeing them all again. I mean, the best episode was probably the first one when they were all together, and probably my second best episode was one of the last few. Where did you watch the whole thing?
I did. I don't remember a lot about some of the last ones because I was watching them more like after I went to bed and I had something on the TV to fall asleep to, and I fell asleep through a lot of them towards the end.
Yeah.
But I did see the whole.
Well, this is a pretty memorable part, but I literally LOL'd at this part. But spoiler alert if you haven't seen the show. I don't know how many people actually care, but got off track here. But there was a part in which, because DJ was dating the two guys at the time, trying to decide which one she wanted to be with, right?
Yeah.
Steve or the veterinarian guy. And they're like battling over, kind of like they agreed to like win her over. You know what I mean? Because she couldn't decide. She liked them both. And they both went in to kiss her goodbye, and she moved, and they kissed each other. Did you see that?
I don't remember that.
That
but
shit
would
was
be pretty
so...
funny.
Dude, me and Emily both just literally laughed out loud. It was hilarious. But it really wasn't as bad as everybody's making it out to be.
No, I thought it was
found it fun and enjoyable. It brought me back to the good old days.
Yeah.
Um,
But yeah, I agree with your statement with Netflix. They're stepping it up and they're coming out with some pretty good stuff.
Daredevil's pretty great. I've been watching Daredevil season 2. I don't know if you... I recommend it. It's really good.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet. But
I mean, us having a blind niece, you know what I mean? We can... It adds even more to it. Like somebody who knows someone who's blind or is related to somebody blind that they care about. Like, it's really cool to see a blind person fucking kicking ass. And the show's really, really well done.
I'll have to check it out.
But moving on, you know who John Rhys Meyers is? He's been in a few things. Most people don't know him.
And I don't. Well, I was going to say I think it sounds familiar, but I'm not. I can't.
I believe he's Irish. He's an Irish actor. He was in a movie I love called Velvet Goldmine, which came out
Never
in
seen
like
that.
the late well, maybe early 2000s. I think it was the late 90s though. But it was about glam rock back in like the 70s. It was basically like he played a David Bowie type character, and then Ewan McGregor played Iggy Pop type character. And it was like, what if David Bowie and Iggy Pop fell in love with each other? The guy who directed it was gay, but like the soundtrack was amazing, and like a lot of it just turned into music videos, basically like really weird, like glam rock type music videos. But Christian Bale was in it too, and everybody was like gay. It was very gay tone, but if you're comfortable with your sexuality, it's a very enjoyable movie. I recommend it. I believe it's on Netflix. Anyway, that's what I know him from. He was on The Tudors. That always makes me laugh. All kinds of stuff. Good. He was in that one, I think, that John Travolta movie where he was like a terrorist or some shit. I can't. It's something to do with Paris. Anyway, we have a picture of him, but he was cast for season 5 of Vikings on the History Channel, which I don't know if you've watched that, but I love that show.
Yeah, I've seen like the first 2 or 3 episodes of that, and then
Great, dude.
It really is good. The first few episodes were really good, but I need to sit down and watch more of it because I really liked it. It's just I'll sit down and start watching it, and then I feel like I need to get up and do something else. So, yeah, really good show. Really good show. I need to watch more of it.
No, I definitely recommend it. It's on the History Channel. If you have Hulu, they play it on Hulu. Really good. Like, if you enjoy historical dramas, it's good. And if you watch Game of Thrones, when it first came out, it was aired on Sundays. I believe it airs on Wednesdays now. They could have changed. I haven't seen any of the new season yet, and I'm getting on it soon. But
That's what she said.
when it first came out, it aired on Sundays, like right before Game of Thrones on the History Channel, and it was great to go side by side with Game of Thrones. So if like Game of Thrones is coming up, so if anybody wants to jump on the Vikings bandwagon, it's really good to fill your time between Game of Thrones episodes. And they're on the 4th season, I think.
Of Vikings?
Yeah, maybe the 4th season. So I mean, there's a little bit there that it's gonna fill your time in between Game of Thrones for a while. But Yes.
They're just renewed.
They were just renewed for season 5? Nice. Cool, because that show, it must be doing great then. History Channel's making some pretty good shows. I don't know if you saw Hatfields and McCoys.
I did, and I loved it.
I liked it too.
Yeah, I loved that show or that movie. It was like a, well, I said show, but yeah, it's a movie, like a 4-part movie or something, 3 or 4-part movie.
It was
But
three,
yeah,
I
it was
believe.
really good.
3, like, might have been 2 to 3 hour long short films, I guess. Or no, long,
Yeah.
full-fledged fucking movies,
Yeah,
pretty much.
It
but
was, yeah, it was pretty great.
I enjoyed it. I like Westerns, though. Like, that movie actually had 2 people from 2 of my favorite, like, 90s Westerns, which, ironically, is the exact same story, Tombstone and Wyatt Earp.
Tombstone was.
I think those came out the exact same year.
That was such a great
Tombstone
movie.
beat Wyatt Earp, in my opinion, but Wyatt Earp gives you a different perspective. Tombstone is like just everyone all around. Wyatt Earp is from Wyatt Earp's perspective. That's what I liked about it. But Dennis Quaid does not do nearly as good of a job as Val Kilmer as Doc Holliday.
Which, by the way, speaking of Tombstone, did you catch my reference the other day when we were texting?
Yeah.
And you said,
I said, say when.
You said, say 2. So I said 2. And you
Yeah.
said, say when. And I said, when, with a little gun in it.
Yeah. And then
Okay.
I just recently discovered emojis, so I've been throwing like the what looks like a lesbian couple with children just out there. You know what? I flew like a random flag at her. Like I think it's funny to fuck up emojis. I don't know. I'm not that kind of guy really, but I'll probably throw some random ones out there. But I did get that reference.
Yeah, okay, good.
That's why I said say when. That's what I meant.
Say when.
But
Right.
Yeah.
I picked up on it right away, and I shot it back to you with a pistol.
I
But
like
yeah,
it. No, I
Tombstone.
definitely got
That movie will forever be in my top, probably 5 at least.
Yeah. But the reason
other
I
4
mentioned
would
them.
be.
Oh, what's that?
I was gonna say the other 4 would probably be the Back to the Future movies, and
All 3 of them? Like that's counted
all
as
3
one?
of them. All 3 of them counted as one, and then
Put them all together, it is one, right?
Well, technically, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what the other ones would be yet, but I'll think of it.
Got something to look forward to, I suppose.
Yeah.
But the reason I brought those up is because I said 2 people from 2 of my favorite westerns from the 90s, at least. Fucking Bill Paxton was in Tombstone.
Mm-hmm.
Played
Love
an
him.
Earp. I can't remember his first name, but he was an Earp brother. And Kevin Costner was Wyatt Earp in Wyatt Earp. But
Mm-hmm. I love Kevin
But-
Costner too.
of course, anybody who watches that shit knows that already. But moving on. Another piece of casting news. Do you know who Steve Coogan is?
No.
British actor. You've seen him before. When I show you the picture, you'll know. And
Wait,
him,
are we doing a Faces You Know? Is that what we're doing right now?
That's not, but he would have been
Okay.
good. Now we can't do it, obviously.
doing
We'll
Faces
bring
You
back
Know.
Faces You Know at some point. you
Yeah.
know?
I loved that. I used to really enjoy that.
Yeah, other people told me they enjoyed it as well. But Steve Coogan and John C. Reilly, I know you know him.
Yes.
Everybody loves John C. Reilly.
Right.
Tim and Eric, he plays the Dr. Gunn, Tim and Eric. He's been in Talladega Nights, which you mentioned earlier, but not on the show. I don't know why I said that. John C. Reilly, people know John C. Reilly. They were cast in a Laurel and Hardy movie.
What?
And playing Laurel and Hardy. Yeah, but this is Steve Coogan and John C. Reilly, of course, which he looks familiar, right? Our idiot brother.
Yep.
What was that? Ben Stiller, Tropic Thunder. He was the director of the movie that exploded by walking on the real landmine.
A lot of stuff.
He's great. He's like a British comedian and actor.
There's something else that's coming to mind, which sounds stupid because I can't think of what it is, but yeah, he's been in a lot of stuff. I
He's
definitely
in a few
recognize
things.
him.
He was in a movie. It's on Netflix now. I really enjoyed it, but I think it was a British movie. It was called Alan Partridge, and it's pretty much like a weird. It's kind of got the same plot as Airheads with Brendan Fraser and Adam Sandler and Steve Buscemi.
Brendan Fraser.
Somebody, a British guy that's been in another movie, takes over a radio station and shit. Like it's very similar. It's funny. I recommend it. It's on Netflix. It's called Alan Partridge something. It's pretty funny. But they're gonna be casting a Laurel and Hardy movie, and yeah, which I think would be fitting. They'd probably do a good job.
Yeah, I think they would too.
And I don't know if any one of them are British.
Well-
I think they were American.
I think John C. Reilly would fit into any comedy, no matter what situation you put him in. That's
Pretty cool. I mean, I'm not a huge fan, but I know our dad is.
Right.
And I'll watch it. Shit.
Yeah, I'll watch it too.
I mean, I love John C. Reilly. Steve Coogan's pretty cool too. But
Yep.
that's all I have for casting news, really. But another piece of entertainment news: Disney announced for a 2018 release Indiana Jones 5 with Steven Spielberg and Harrison Ford.
With Harrison Ford. Okay,
Yeah.
good.
Now, I feel like they're probably going to set it up for a younger version of Indiana Jones, or maybe they'll do like what they're going to do with the new Die Hard, where what's his nuts isn't going to be like Bruce Willis. Bruce Willis will be in the movie playing John McClane, but it's going to be more like the whole time he's tied up in a chair and he's like remembering or reminiscing or telling somebody his story, and you're seeing a younger version of him. So it's almost going to be like prequels, but set in the, it's a, what they call a flashback
Right.
story. I feel like maybe they'll probably do that.
I probably won't watch that with the Die
Hard? Yeah, I probably won't.
Yeah,
I don't
Bruce
like
Willis.
Willis.
Ever
He's
since I
cocky as
heard,
shit.
I was just gonna say, ever since I heard that story about 4 days of filming for $3 million, and he turned it down and said he wanted $4 million for 4 days of filming.
Yeah,
I thought, what a
we
fucking
talked about
douche.
No, that's
Who's gonna turn
fucked
down
up.
$3 million for 4 days of work?
Not only that, but you're basically going on vacation to like an exotic location and shit.
What a dick!
Yeah. Yep.
No,
You
what
know
a
they
dick!
were they were giving him per diem and shit too.
Right.
So like he wasn't losing money. He was only gaining $4 or $3 fucking million.
Right.
So like yeah, fuck
Fucking
you, Bruce
douche.
Willis.
Yeah, there's my go fuck yourself.
Fuck
Bruce
you,
Willis.
Kevin Smith would
Fucking
love that.
douche. Go fuck off. Fucking.
But yeah, they confirmed
Bastard.
for a 2018 release. I feel like they're probably going to set it up for... I don't know if they're going to do that Die Hard thing, but I feel like they're probably going to set it up for a younger Indiana Jones because they're making a young Han Solo film to release in... Is it next... No. Let's see. This year, Rogue One's coming out in 2016, which is the Star Wars like X-wing fighter pilot movie, where I guess the story will be them stealing the plans so they can destroy the Death Star in the first movie. Then the following December, Episode 8, a continuation of the Star Wars saga, and then after that, the Han Solo movie. After that, Episode 9, which will be the last of the new franchise, and then after that, the Boba Fett movie, which will be sweet. But what I think, if they do cast a young Indiana Jones, I think they should cast the same guy.
Shia LaBeouf.
No, the same guy they're casting to play Han Solo. Because Harrison Ford played both. Keep that alive, you know what I mean? That's how I grew up, knowing Indiana Jones as Han Solo as being the same guy. I want my fucking kids or my grandkids to grow up knowing Han Solo and Indiana Jones being the same guy. I mean, keep that like weird thing alive.
Didn't
That'd
they
just be a
try and
cool
do...
thing.
I guess it wasn't a young Indiana Jones, but
I think they were trying to set Shia LaBeouf up
as
to be the new Indiana Jones,
Yeah.
but as his son, you know what I
See,
mean?
I like
I'm
him.
talking about it's Indiana Jones when he's younger.
Yeah. I know a lot of people don't like Shia LaBeouf, but I like him.
He's all right. I like him in movies. I loved that show Even Stevens back in the day. That's the first thing I was a kid growing up watching Disney Channel. That's back when Disney Channel was still pretty decent.
I'm
quality
not
shit.
sure what made him get out of acting, but for some reason, I know
It's because I don't know.
he decided to get out of acting. I don't know why. I wish he hadn't, because I like him. I think he's a good actor.
I think he'll be back. He's just going through a fucking mental breakdown. Everybody does it. Britney Spears, fucking...
Yeah, she's a fucking
everyone.
mess.
Anyway, I think that would be a cool idea, though. Another piece of entertainment news, and I believe this might be the last one. Well, just
Last
random
one out of 2 pages?
last random entertainment news thing.
Okay.
But I don't know if you know, but Kevin Smith is a huge fan of that show, The Flash.
Really?
Have you watched it?
I did not know that.
Have you watched The Flash?
No, not yet.
No.
No, you told me to wait till I get to like season 3. I
Once
think
you're
of Arrow.
Yeah, I was just explaining that to Doug. Because Doug is pretty much all caught up and ready to watch The Flash, and he's excited because he loves The Flash. But Kevin Smith is a huge fan. He's actually posted like 2 videos on his YouTube channel of him crying at episodes because it was so like beautifully done and emotional. Not only that, but he talks about
Like seriously crying or joking?
like
crying?
legitimately crying at like watching Barry talk to his mother, who's been dead on the phone and on Earth 2 because she's still alive in that universe and shit. Like, or like watching. I guess I shouldn't talk about it, spoil anything, but spoiler alert.
You just got the eyeball from our new production crew.
Yeah. My bad. Maybe I'll throw a spoiler.
Speaking of
alert
which,
up in the video.
we should introduce our new production crew
No, we
and
should.
say welcome.
Emily, my girlfriend, is now our new production person.
And that's why all of this keeps changing automatically. We're not doing it with our minds.
I wanted them to think that, though.
That we're doing it with our
Man.
minds?
Yeah, that I'm powerful. Anyway.
All right, sorry.
No,
Spoiler alert.
I didn't want them to think that at all. But spoiler alert, yeah, I just ruined the fucking Flash. Well, not really. That's not. They go to Earth 2. Big fucking deal. Anyway. No, that is pretty awesome. They go to Earth 2. That's awesome. But, yeah, he's just cried at the show on 2 instances that he's posted on. Because he heard it was going to be an emotional episode, and so he set his camera out. It was like, man, I'm probably going to cry, and I need to put this out there so it can go viral. But and it did. But he's such a big fan. He had Andrew Kreisberg on his podcast, and he's like one of the producers of all those shows, like Arrow, Flash. I think he's on Supergirl as well. He might even work on Gotham, for all I know. But he had him on the podcast. They talked a lot. He expressed his love for all the shows that are going on, because DC's killing it when it comes to TV.
I need to get caught up on Gotham.
But I don't really like Gotham.
God,
But,
I love that show. And I caught just like a split second the other day of the new episode, and I thought, oh, God, I can't watch this. So I clicked it off real quick.
oh, I got you.
But I got to get caught up on it. I love that show.
I don't like it. They take too many liberties.
No, I think it's awesome.
Anyway, he loves the show so much that they actually gave him an episode to direct. I believe it's episode 21. I'm not positive, but I think he said episode 21, which is coming up because it's on hiatus right now, and I think the last one was like episode 14. But he posted a picture on his Instagram. He's been updating all about it because he's been filming it like all throughout these last couple weeks, and he posted a picture on Instagram of him and Jay on the set right in front of CC Jitters, which is the coffee shop everybody goes to there. He talked about how he went in there and he walked in there and ordered a Flash, which is like a drink they serve there. And one of the production guys was just like, wow, man, it's pretty cool to have a director who actually watches the show. And like he's like doing his little kid where he always like bobs his head and smiles type
Right.
when he's telling the story. But he posted this picture with Jay, and they were there, and I love that his hat says AT-AT.
Yep.
But so he's probably got a picture of an AT-AT on the front. But he hinted at the fact that maybe Jay and Silent Bob are in the episode, or like a lot of people thought like, oh, maybe Jay and Bob have a cameo in the episode. But he has said that Bob is nowhere in the episode. But he said he didn't say anything about Jay. He kind of said. Like, for all we know, there could be a Jay just hanging out in the coffee shop.
Mm-hmm.
But no line, maybe he's just walking in the background or, like, I don't know. But I'm going to watch for that when they're anywhere, really, but probably in CC.
You ever think Kevin Smith just puts Jay in things randomly because he's, like, one of his best friends, and he knows that he's not doing work anywhere else, and he's like, he could probably use a few bucks.
He
So
actually
he
is
just-
doing work. He's in a lot of B movies. He does a lot of convention work and shit.
Oh,
But
okay. I
he's
didn't
actually
know that,
produced
but-
cartoon movies and stuff. But he's stated many times that the reason he makes movies is because he wanted to make movies with his friends.
Right.
That's why Ben Affleck was cast. Like he eventually started working with other people. But like, yeah, I don't have to think that. I already know that. You know what I mean?
I did not know that.
But yeah,
so-
well, the more you know. It's sponsored by Matt Archer Media. But yeah, that's all the random bits of entertainment news we have. From here on out, it's pretty much topics. You know what I mean?
Yep.
To discuss and figure out. Well, not really topics, but I got some things in mind. But I thought about calling it the trailer park because it's a lot of trailers, a lot of movie trailers. So and we've been off for a while, so we got some stuff to go over. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But first off, we're gonna go with the final Batman v Superman trailer, and
Have not seen it.
oh, dude, it's probably the best trailer they've made yet. You see Batman like you've never seen him on screen before. He's well, let's just watch the trailer and we'll talk about it.
All right, let's go to the clip.
Every time.
Master Wayne. Thermal imaging is showing me 24 hostiles on the 3rd floor. Why don't I drop you off on the 2nd?
Getting slow in my old age, Alfred.
Even you got too old to die young, not for lack of trying.
He has the power to wipe out the entire human race. If we believe there's even a 1% chance that he is our enemy, we have to take it as an absolute certainty.
The greatest gladiator match in the history of the world. God versus man. Day versus night.
You're psychotic.
That is a 3-syllable word for any thought too big for little minds.
I've known a few women like you.
Oh, I don't think you've ever known a woman like me.
You know the oldest lie in America? Is that power can be innocent.
That looks cool.
Yeah, like I said, probably the best trailer they put out yet.
I have a feeling that this movie is going to change my opinion of Ben Affleck.
Mm.
Because every trailer I've seen so far for this movie, I've really liked him as Batman.
Really? That says a lot because
And
you've done nothing but hate on Ben Affleck.
Yeah, I've never been a fan of Ben Affleck, but I think this movie is going to be super cool.
Well, that trailer definitely made Batman and Ben Affleck look pretty fucking badass.
Right.
I think this is, I've said this before, but I feel like this is the best portrayal of Batman we've seen yet. It's the most comic book, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, the most comic book-like version of Batman. Like, she's straight up Dark Knight Batman, dude. Like, down to his outfit, the way he looks, the way he talks, he's older.
Right.
Like, I'm psyched. Yeah.
But Superman kind of looks like a fag.
Everybody hates on Superman. I don't know why everybody hates on Superman.
No, I don't hate on Superman. I like Superman.
The premiere was actually last night. It comes out Friday, I believe. I'm not positive. It probably just told me the fucking date on there, but I'm really looking forward to it. They announced also that there would be a rated R cut to be released with the Blu-ray, which it's not going to be. They said it's not going to be hard R, which means it's probably going to be a little more violent, maybe some blood,
Right.
maybe an extra curse word or two in there, but yeah. Deadpool's rated R success is probably, the reason.
Right.
Everybody, the new Wolverine movie, I guess, is gonna be rated R. They're trying to make it rated R. A lot of, even in this most recent season of Daredevil, it seems like pretty intense and rated R. But it's gonna be 3 hours long, which is cool for people who like that sort of thing. Another piece of Batman news, Batman v Superman news. It's reported to cost $800 million to make it.
What?
Yeah, which is an inflated number according to Warner Brothers.
$800 million.
Yeah,
That's ridiculous.
it would have to gross $1 billion globally to be considered a success or a hit. Which only 24 movies have ever reached $1 billion globally.
$800 million to make that movie.
Yeah, I mean, if you think about it, there's a shit ton of stars in it. A lot of that budget probably went to paying them. Housing
$800
them.
million
Okay.
worth?
Dude, you saw that movie? You saw how intense and like crazy animated and shit that is, like CGI and like, I mean, $800 million is what it cost to make that movie. Supposed
That's retarded.
like I said, that's also
You
an
and I could
inflated-
make that movie for $800.
No, we could not.
Yes, we could.
Not with those
we have two
people
cameras.
and with that production value.
We have two cameras, and
You
you're
know
pretty
what?
good at editing stuff.
I challenge you to do it.
Fuck you.
All right, exactly. Now, it would have to gross
Fine, I'll do
$1
it.
billion, and there's only 24 movies to ever gross $1 billion globally. And but in this day and age, the age of the superhero flick, the big budget superhero flick, that's quickly becoming the norm.
Wow.
Another piece of to add to the trailer park, I guess. Hopefully that's not taken because I like that title for this
That
sort
is
of
cool.
segment. The
Yeah,
trailer park.
The trailer park.
But Marvel released the Captain America Civil War trailer. And let's just go ahead and watch that real quick.
Okay.
Watch it now.
This job, we try to save as many people as we can. Sometimes that doesn't mean everybody. But you don't give up.
New York, Washington, D.C., Sokovia,
Okay, that's enough.
Captain, people are afraid.
That's why I'm here. We need to be put in check. Whatever form that takes, I'm game.
I'm sorry, Tony. If I see a situation pointed south, I can't ignore it. Sometimes I wish I could.
Sometimes I want to punch you in your perfect teeth.
I know we're not perfect. But the safest hands are still our own.
I was wrong about you. The whole world was wrong about you. They're coming for you.
I'm not the one that needs to watch their back.
This doesn't have to end in a fight, Tony.
You just started a war. Stay down. Final warning.
I could do this all day.
All right, I've run out of patience. On to ruse!
Hey, everyone.
Hey guys, what's up?
All right, I guess we should just go ahead and get right into it with that ending. Spider-Man's reveal.
That looks like it's gonna be pretty sweet.
People are complaining about the suit.
What's wrong with the suit?
Just doesn't look anything like people liked the other ones, the way they looked, how they had like more to them. This is pretty much just like it's not as detailed and
Is it Tobey Maguire?
no, it's actually a 15-year-old kid named Tom Holland. People don't.
No, I'm just kidding.
Of course not fucking Tobey Maguire, man. It's the first appearance of Spidey in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. This will be. Because Marvel, or Spider-Man, has been owned by Sony for the last, like, 20 years. And, I think 15, 20 years. So, this is a big deal. This is pretty cool. He's teaming up with, like, the Avengers and shit. Which he is a member of the Avengers at a certain point. Now, I like this suit.
I like it.
It's total like comic book Spider-Man. It's
Right.
total Steve Ditko classic comic book Spider-Man.
Ditko.
Who drew Spider-Man back in the day. Like I said, not everybody likes it. They gave him expressive eyes. You could see his eyes are able to adjust to his, I guess, emotions or whatever. I don't really have an explanation for that, but I like it. I think it's a cool idea.
Yeah.
I think he looks cool. I think that's more
I think it's
realistic
cool
for a
to see it.
15-year-old kid. He's actually a 15-year-old kid, just like Peter Parker should be when he's in high school being Spider-Man and shit.
The guy playing Spider-Man in this is
Tom
actually
Holland
15
is actually a 15-year-old kid. He might be 16 by now, but Tom Holland.
Then I can look past it not being Tobey Maguire.
Yeah, and he looks like fucking Peter Parker. Youngest
Yeah, it looks
Spider-Man.
cool.
Youngest
The trailer
Spider-Man,
looks
yeah.
cool too.
Yeah, yeah. A lot of room for the character to grow, which I like because he's so young.
Right.
We can watch him really come into being Spider-Man and stuff, and which is very cool. Which means we'll probably have a Spider-Man for a long time, unless he blows up and wants more money and stuff like, you know what I mean?
Right.
Which could very well happen. Moving on, Black Panther. We saw Black Panther in the trailer, and which is there. Apparently, he's on Team Iron Man, which we also saw in the trailer. He was attacking Bucky Barnes on the motorcycle, which is the Winter Soldier. For anybody who doesn't know, I don't know if you've been catching up on the Marvel movies or know anything about him, but
Not much.
Black Panther, which he looks badass, and a lot of more people are talking about Spider-Man than Black Panther.
You know, I can't hear anybody say Black Panther without thinking of Forrest Gump.
Yeah,
Sorry, I ruined your Black Panther's party.
but no, I definitely I have a funny story actually about that line, but I won't tell it right now. But yeah, Black Panther's appearance, which is cool. He looks great. He looks very badass, as I expected. I don't know if you know much about Black Panther, but pretty much all of the trailer looks great. It was well cut. A lot of really intense moments. Showed you a lot of really... It makes you want to watch the movie, you know what I mean?
Right.
It came out of nowhere, too. Like, you haven't really seen too much about it. Everybody's talking about Batman vs. Superman, and just boom, here's the fucking Civil War trailer. Which
When is
I
this
feel
coming
like,
out?
May 6th, I think. Yeah.
This is going to be a good year for...
Oh, dude, every year now. They got movies scheduled for every year. But yeah, I
May
feel like
6th.
it coming out of nowhere kind of took some hype off of Batman vs. Superman, which was probably the intention. I feel like Marvel's trying to go a different route with this one. Everybody's so hyped on Batman vs. Superman. They're like, you know what? We're going to give them as little as possible so they'll be blown away. You know what I mean? And that trailer coming out of nowhere kind of enforces that in my mind. But the trailer looks good. I think you told me already the Sausage Party trailer.
Hilarious.
Again, another thing that came out of nowhere.
I laughed my ass off.
I knew about it.
I was up in the bathroom, sitting on the toilet, and I had my phone, like I always
How
do.
ironic.
And I clicked through, and I saw it, and I thought, okay, I'll watch it. So I clicked on it, and I'm laughing my ass off in the bathroom.
Yeah.
And I get downstairs, and Jen goes, what are you laughing about? I said, you got to watch this trailer. So she watched it too, but it was pretty funny. Not at all what I was expecting when
No.
she got everything back to her house, and then she starts.
Well, let's watch the trailer.
Okay.
Welcome, shoppers.
Ketchup, mustard, oh, sausages and buns.
Set them straight, boys! Hey, look at this! We've got one!
Yes, we're chosen.
Yes!
We've been chosen together.
Hey, Brenda, you and me.
I'm so happy the gods put our packages together.
It's because we belong together.
It's like we were made for each other.
Get ready, boys!
Feels amazing. Oh, yes, I'm the first to enter eternity. Oh, potato! Way to go, buddy! The pipes are coming. Oh, Jesus, fuck! Oh, gummy skin! She's peeling me fucking stuff! Fuck!
Oops.
They're eating children!
terrible truth.
I gotta tell everyone.
No one will believe you.
I have to try. Everyone will die otherwise.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. Fuck me, right?
Run for your fucking lives!
Once you see that shit, it'll fuck you up for life. Good luck. Have fun.
That part with the Twinkie guy, I laughed out loud when that
Once
happened.
you see that shit, fuck you up for life.
Now, that video, that trailer damn near broke the fucking internet, dude. Everybody was talking about it. I saw it shared on everything by everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I knew about the movie before because I had seen Seth Rogen in interviews talk about an upcoming movie called Sausage Party, but I did not expect that.
Right.
And the way he did it, he was just like, here you go. Like, he posted it on his own fucking social media, and everyone watched it thinking, oh, it's fucking Toy Story with food.
Right.
And then, boom, a fucking potato gets peeled, the baby
Yep.
carrots get eaten. Like, it changed the whole feel of the trailer. They did it very well, and the way I think that's like going to be a thing, like a sneak attack trailer. They're just going to start doing that shit, like, which is cool.
Right.
I mean, they do it with games already. Like when Fallout 4 came out, nobody knew they were even working on it or when it was going to come out. E3 happens, and they're just like, Fallout 4, here's the trailer. By the way, it's coming out in 4 months. Not a year or 2 years, 5 years from now. 4 months,
Right.
dude. That's the way it needs to be. Don't even tell me about it until it's next summer. You know what I mean?
Right. Well, people
this
get
coming-
excited about it when you introduce it too early. People get excited about it, and then the excitement wears off, and then by the time it comes out, it's just not that big of a deal anymore.
Thing is, though, like it's kind of changed my view of food, and like I feel like is it gonna change everybody else's? Like I work at Marianne Donuts. I think people know this already. Obviously, somebody does.
So now before the dough or the dough goes into the fryer, you think it's actually like, oh, we've been chosen, and then it gets
Maybe.
fried up, and it's like, oh fuck.
Maybe a little bit. Like the way, like the other day, like the day after I saw the trailer, I went into work, and in the morning when I work at 7 anyway, I catch the cake donuts, anything made out of cake, and which catching is when you take the donuts off the conveyor after they've been glazed or whatever, fried, and you put them on screens, blah blah blah, and
Catching glazed, that whole thing sounded kind of gay.
a little bit, it is kind of gay, like the glaze. I'm not gonna go there. My boss might watch this episode or something, but there was I was catching donut holes.
I'll bet you were.
And they were coming down the conveyor, and sometimes, like, if you get a little backed up, and they start coming, they. I guess I should rephrase this. Sometimes when you can't stay caught up with them, and they're really coming down the conveyor, and they're starting to go off the conveyor at the end, they get sucked under the conveyor and then just get torn to shreds by the conveyor. The whole time I'm thinking baby carrots. These donut holes are screaming silently, and all the other donut holes are freaking out, traumatized as they're getting put on screens. Like, what's going to happen to us? But anyway, moving on. The last trailer of Trailer Park of this episode, they released the Ghostbusters trailer for the new Ghostbusters.
Yeah, I'm not excited about this.
Let's-
With it being all, not that I have anything against female cast, but they're gonna mess this up so bad.
Let's just watch the trailer
All
first.
right.
All right, now, doesn't look great. Really doesn't.
Well, there's a couple things in there that
I mean, it looks better than I thought. but
Yeah.
the trailer. I think the trailer.
I think it's going to
just
be
bad.
Yeah, and I think, well,
I mean,
okay.
it doesn't have the same feel that all the other movies had. It doesn't have the same vibe. The jokes kind of fell flat.
Right. And I have this feeling watching the trailer that it's like some of the other movies that were hyped up and people got excited about, and then you go and see the movie and you realize the best part of the movies
Was the trailer?
was the trailer.
Well, that's not the case with this because this trailer's terrible.
Well, there were some funny things in the trailer, but then there were other things where I'm thinking it just looks bad. It just looks bad.
Like a couple articles I read, they said maybe it's just a poorly cut trailer, which happens. I mean, it happened with Batman vs Superman, the last one, before the one we just watched.
Mm-hmm.
That one seemingly gave away the entire movie and just didn't have the same feel as all the other. People got scared after that, like, oh man, maybe this isn't as good as we think it's going to be. Thank God people are saying other things now, but this just doesn't seem right. Like, it doesn't seem anything like it. And what's with the weird reference to the originals in the beginning? I thought this was supposed to be a reboot. Like, it's not involved with the other ones at all. Like, the other ones didn't
what do you
exist.
mean the reference to the...
In the words in the beginning, didn't you read that? 30 years ago, Ghost Attack. They referenced the beginning, right, in the beginning of the trailer. Like, there were words. They didn't say anything, and there was just, like, words on the screen that talked about that.
Okay, I somehow...
I mean,
missed
if
that,
you want
but-
to go back and so we could see that, it's right at the beginning of the trailer. See what I mean?
Yeah.
What's up with that? Like, oh, we're cool. We don't need to.
So are they saying...
I don't know. I don't know what they're saying. Like, that confuses the hell out of me.
Yeah.
Right? Because they said it has nothing. I mean, there's cameos of, like, Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd, and I think the guy who plays Winston Zeddemore, I can't remember his name. The black guy. Winston Zeddemore.
Mm-hmm.
They're in it as a cameo, but everything else they've said about this new Ghostbusters reboot it's a reboot. The other ones don't exist in this universe,
Right.
which is weird. Very weird to me. Weird reference.
Well, the girl that reminds me of, was it Egon? Is that who she's supposed to be?
I'm thinking she's probably like the
Her
What's his
nerdiness,
name?
yet the whole badassness of her holding that gun or whatever it is there like that.
Yeah.
That's kind of hot. But that's
Oh,
about
yeah.
the only thing about this that appeals to me.
Just her.
Yeah, because the rest of it just looks stupid.
Well, I don't like.
But she
There's a
looks
lot of
hot.
things I don't like, but I specifically don't like how it seems that every single ghost in the movie is CGI.
Yeah. It's...
Which I almost feel like the ghosts in the originals look more convincing than these, because some of those look straight up like video games.
Yeah. I think that this movie's going to lose a lot of money.
No, I think unless
Because I'm sure, and I can't remember her name, but the Mike and Molly chick, what's her name?
I can't.
She's from that show, Mike
Oh,
and Molly.
Melissa
And then I
McCarthy?
think, in that Kristen Wiig, I think,
I
is
think
her
so.
name. I'm sure they cost quite a bit of money to get them in the movie. The other two chicks, I'm not even sure who they are. But,
They're on Saturday Night Live.
well...
I think those are two people from Saturday Night Live.
Oh,
She's
okay.
the one I think that always does the Justin Bieber impression and stuff, and she's just on Saturday Night Live. I can't think of anything, but
it just looks bad. They're gonna lose so much money on this.
what are you trying to say?
It's the Ghostbusters universe, so they could be saying 30 years ago, a female team did the same thing.
Okay,
So
so
it might not be referencing them, but it might be saying at the same time in another.
oh,
universe.
so you're saying they may not be directly referencing the first movies. They may be referencing something from this universe.
They could be putting that in the beginning to build up that it's a Ghostbusters universe.
Well, that would make sense because Dan Aykroyd's talked about how he wanted to do a cinematic universe just like Marvel and like Star Wars is trying to do. They're probably going to do it with Indiana Jones and shit, so that makes sense. I didn't think about that. That probably explains that. But I still think that's weird because it was 30 years ago for the original movie. Like, they should have made that a little more known, I think.
I agree.
Anyway, I don't have high hopes, but maybe we'll be pleasantly surprised.
Or maybe we won't.
Maybe we won't. Maybe all the backlash, they'll change a few things. Because I have not heard anything good about this.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Who knows? Who knows? Maybe it'll still be good, it just won't be the same. But from the way that trailer looks, and like I said, maybe it's just a really shittily cut trailer, which happens. Maybe it'll be better than I think.
Real quick, too, before we're done, I want to tell JJ, Mr. Jeremy Rogers, that no, Conor McGregor will kick the shit out of Diaz. I saw your comment, and
for real though,
I love you, buddy, but you can go fuck yourself.
No, for real though. Like that's why I said nobody asked you, dick, because I was sharing that to you.
Right.
You know what I mean? I mean, it was all in good fun. I know JJ, so I know.
No, and I know JJ too. I love the guy to death.
But that's why he just laughed. You know what I mean?
Even with his terrorist beard that he's sporting these days.
He's getting married in December.
Is he?
Yeah.
I did see his video online.
Congrats, by the way, guys.
Yeah, congratulations. Of his the video of his proposal, which was pretty good.
Yeah, I saw that.
And by the way, I see JJ at Maslin Walmart all the time, or I used to. And if I wave to him next time like I did the last time and he doesn't wave back to me when he's looking right at me, I'm going to walk up and hit you.
You hear that, dude? You hear
So,
that?
and I'm going to hit you like Conor McGregor is going to hit Diaz and knock his ass out.
Oh.
So,
You hear
but
that?
I love you, buddy. I'm
You
just
hear that,
fucking
Jeremy?
with you. I'm just fucking with you, buddy. I love you. But he was looking
Thanks for
right
sticking
at me
around.
when I waved at him, and he looked at me like he didn't know who I was. Dick.
Yeah. It
Just
is a
kidding.
dick, but we love him. He's our dick. He's our big fat Italian dick.
He's our big fat Italian dick.
I guess I'm gonna have to tag him in this. I don't know if he actually watches, but I'll have to tell him. But I did get some X-Men information for us about X-Men Apocalypse. Empire Magazine covered a story, and they put out 9 different covers that if you put them together, they create one giant image of all of them, and it's pretty sweet. I dig it.
That is cool.
I just thought that was a cool little thing. Like, that's something you can. They're probably like what, $4 a piece. I mean, you could put them all together and frame them. That's a collector's piece right there. I mean, how many people actually take care of their magazines? You know what I mean?
Right.
In 20 years, you could get a couple $100 for a framed, mint condition collage like that.
Yeah,
I just think that's cool.
That does look cool.
Like I love some marketing for these movies are awesome, really awesome. Like all the Deadpool marketing was fantastic. The best billboard I've ever seen for a movie is the skull, the poop emoji, and then an L. So it's Deadpool. Deadpool. That was so cool. That was so cool.
I think my favorite Deadpool advertisement was on a billboard, and he was laying like on his side. He was laying on his side, and he's got his one gun, and it's like right here pointing up, like his wiener.
Yeah, yeah.
That was pretty funny.
I like that. All right. And I guess we're going to do something a little different this episode. We're going to play a game that my beautiful girlfriend Emily put together for us called Who Said It? And it's a movie quote game, right? Just movies. All right, and here we go. Who Said It? 90s edition.
Okay. Do we have buzzers?
No. We're not. We're just trying to figure out who it is. That wasn't flying. That was falling with style. I think I know this.
I know that too.
I think it's Toy Story.
Yep. We're Buzz Lightyear.
Buzz Lightyear. That was Woody that said that. Oh, nice. Tom Hanks. Cool.
But he was saying it about Buzz Lightyear, so we were kind of right.
Yes, obviously, because Woody can't fly. I am a star. I am a star. I am a star. I am a star. I am a big, bright, shining star. That's right. That sounds familiar, but nothing is coming to me.
I don't know.
I'm gonna give myself a second. Feel free to put your own answers in there or play along.
I don't know that one.
No, I'm stumped. Oh shit, I did know that. I love that movie.
I don't remember a lot about that movie except for he started giving blowjobs for money at some point.
Yeah, spoiler alert, his downfall. But,
Not sure why that part came to mind, but
this is actually right before one of the fucking craziest and probably one of the most shocking parts of the movie, if you remember correctly.
well, that's what I'm saying. I don't remember a whole lot about it, but for some reason I can remember him getting into somebody's truck and offering a blowjob for money. 'cause
Yeah,
he was
and
broke.
then it was a setup. They beat the shit out of him.
Yeah.
But this movie came out in like 1997, 98, I think. Late 90s. Maybe 2000, 2001. I can't remember. I know I was really young when it came out, but I wanted to see it, and I eventually
Did you
watched
not
it.
see where it said 90s edition?
Yeah.
Okay.
I knew that, but I didn't know what year, man. But spoiler alert, right after this, he puts out a cigarette, and when he says that line, he's actually standing in front of that television. He pulls out his ginormous cock that he's known for in this movie, and you see it right there, and he's like touching it and everything, and he's like, I'm a star. I'm a star. Like, it's one of the craziest but funny parts of the movie. All right, but anyway, moving on. Well, hello, Mr. Fancy Pants. Well, I've got news for you, pal. You ain't leading but two things right now. Jack and shit, and Jack left town. I didn't do that very well. But,
You guys suck.
Yeah, clearly.
yeah, I thought I'd be good at this. But two things, right?
Can I Google it?
Jack and shit. Of course not. It sounds familiar, but I can't put a movie to it.
I don't know.
Army of Darkness.
Oh, I never saw that one.
I love that movie. That's probably my favorite one, and that's the only one they can't reference in the TV show because it's owned by a different fucking company. But I should have known that, and I feel like an asshole for not. Oh, my nerd cred just went down. All right. You know what the difference is between you and me? I made this look good. I know this.
It's Will Smith.
Independence Day.
Yep. Independence Day.
I'm going to say Independence Day. Men in Black.
Oh, fuck. I knew it was Will Smith.
Men in Black.
I knew it was
I don't
Will
know
Smith.
why, but I pictured him in his army uniform with a cigar in his mouth saying, I'll make this look good, but apparently I was wrong. But no, it's when he put
Do I
the
at least
suit
get
on
half
for the
a
first
point?
time.
You get a half a point.
Okay.
Are we keeping points? Is there a winner in this? I thought it was just a fun activity.
Oh, okay.
Right now, you have one. You have 1.5.
Right now I have one. Jared has 1.5. He's beating me by a half. How did you give
I'm
him
a
a half a
wiener.
point?
Because I said Will Smith. I knew it was Will Smith. But,
Okay.
But
All right.
when you said Independence Day, I was like, "Yep, that's what it was."
I altered your. All right.
Asshole. I'm just
Maybe
kidding.
we'll go one at a time so we don't fuck that up. I have been stabbed, shot, poisoned, frozen, hung, electrocuted, and burned. I know this.
I don't.
What is it? Oh my God, it's right there.
You know this.
Oh my God. I know it, I cannot.
I don't know. I have no idea.
No. Oh my God.
Oh.
I did. I so knew it. You know, I really should
Papa would have got
have
that
watched a bunch of 90s movies before we did this. I really should have.
one. Papa would have got that one.
Papa would have got it. No, he probably wouldn't have.
He loves this movie.
he watches it every Groundhog Day, yes, but I don't know if he really gets into movies that much. You know what I mean? But wow, I feel like a bigger asshole now because I definitely knew that.
Damn.
Wow. Which did you like better, Jedi or The Empire Strikes Back? Empire. Blasphemy. Empire had the better ending. I mean, Luke gets his hand cut off, finds out Vader's his father, Han gets frozen and taken away by Boba Fett. It ends on such a down note. I mean, that's what life is, a series of down endings. All Jedi had was a bunch of Muppets. I know this. It's Dante and Randall talking. Yeah, Brian O'Halloran.
There you go.
There goes my point right there. I'm now in the lead, huh? 2 to 1.5. Boom, shakalaka.
Summon a
And the
bitch.
loser does have to do something.
Oh, shit.
Oh, I didn't know that. All right, well, I knew that one. A census taker once tried to test me. I ate his liver with some fava beans and a nice Chianti, right? I have an idea, but I don't know which one. I'm gonna. You need some time?
God, sounds so familiar.
Do we have a time limit? No.
What is it?
I'm gonna say it's either Silence of the Lambs, and that is Anthony Hopkins, or it's. See, I've never actually seen these movies, but I know this. I'm gonna say Silence of the Lambs. Nice.
Damn.
That's a good picture too.
Damn.
Nicely
So
done.
now I got to get 2. Is there even 2 more questions?
There's one more.
Oh, shit. So I'm going to lose.
Don't fuck with the Jedi Master, son. That was Jane Bob Strike Back. Yeah, I called her up. She gave me a bunch of crap about me not listening to her enough or something. I don't know. I wasn't really paying attention.
I don't know.
It's a funny quote, though. It's so, like... A lot is said in that quote, if you really...
I don't
Is
know.
that Friday? Oh, Dumb and Dumber.
Oh.
All right.
Damn
no,
it.
I haven't seen the original in a while, so... that one got me.
Is there another one? Damn.
That's all of them.
That's it.
So I'm the winner. What is that? 3 to 1.5? Oh. Oh.
So what do I have to do?
I did better than I thought I was going to do.
I'll tell you after.
What do you mean after?
He's gonna be the first tutorial.
Oh. Okay, so the loser has to be the very first cosplay makeup tutorial that Emily's going to do. She was going to do it to me, but I didn't know this, but she has to do your cosplay makeup. Like, Emily's going to start doing tutorial videos on how to, like, you know, the like, body paint tattoos?
Yeah.
To paint, like a superhero mask or something, or whatever, like, characters and stuff. So, you have
Okay.
to
No,
be her
I'm
test
down with
subject.
that. That's cool.
Like, body paint thing. She was going to
Okay.
do it with me, which she still probably will, but I guess you're going to be the first victim.
Okay. Yep. I'm down with that.
All right. Well, I guess look forward to that, ladies and gentlemen.
As long as I don't have to shave this new beard.
I guess there'll be a stipulation every time now, a different one maybe.
All right, cool.
But
And we're going to make this a regular thing?
well, I mean, maybe
Excellent.
not every episode, but like it'll be a
Nope.
regular
Every
recurring thing.
episode.
That's a lot, dude.
It'll be a
About
different game.
Yep.
yeah.
Okay.
But it's gonna be fun. But I guess with that said, that is Jay and Mark episode number 17. I guess I'll make an announcement. I guess Jeff Hughes is coming back in the near future. Don't know if it's the next episode, but he wants to come back. He just won again. Congratulations, Jeffy. I don't know.
Whoop, whoop.
Did we talk about that on the show? Yeah, at
Yeah,
the beginning,
it-
Jeffy
towards
won
the
his
beginning.
fight, and congrats, bro. We looking forward to seeing you again for after fight follow-up episode. But and till next time, I am Mark.
I'm Jay.
Nice, thank you.
You're
And
welcome.
there's been Jay and Mark number 17. Have a good one.
Poops.